Good morning, humans. It is 7:30 and I am en route to Sand Dunes National Park, and I need coffee in a single-use plastic cup. You would think that you don't hit elevation until you hit those mountains in the distance, but we're actually already well above 8,000 feet. There are several peaks here that are above 14,000 feet. Feels like I'm the only person here. This is the country. I already feel so small as I look up at these vast mountains. And we passed an alien watchtower on the way. There is some alien folklore in this part of the world. So my Airbnb host actually told me that this peak over here, Blanca Mountain, it is very sacred to native people. It's considered where life begins, which I can sense. I'm at the end of this huge mountain range. And it feels like the end because this is where I have ended up. But it feels like the beginning of something. I don't know where this road leads. I didn't know I would be here yesterday. Well, I'm still on this road, going up. I don't know if I'm going the right way, if there is a right way. I'm just going. I see signs of life. A quick Wikipedia informed me that Blanca Mountain was called the Sacred Mountain of the East by the Navajo people, but was actually summited for the first time in recorded history in 1873. Though it was the first recorded summiting of Blanca, they found up there some ruins, which they don't know if it belongs to the Ute people, a different tribe, or, as Wikipedia put it, wayward Spaniards. A lot of the names around here, the mountain range in which we are in, Sangre de Cristo, named by Spanish explorers. It clears 14,350 feet, making it the fourth highest peak in the Rocky Mountains. There's some sort of profound natural metaphor for life that you can't see Blanca Point, Blanca Peak, Blanca Summit from where we are. Sometimes we get lost in the woods and can't see the forest through the trees, as they say. Or we can't see the peaks, the glory, while we're lost within the woods. So sometimes when you're in the struggle, when you're caught up in the middle of it, you can't see what the destination, what is actually there waiting for you. And wow, that. But that feeling of exploration and discovery that was somewhat lost in the pandemic. To feel that feeling return, it reminds me why we travel. Because it forces us out of our comfort zones. It forces us to look at the ends of mountains or the beginnings of mountains, or decide whether that's the end or the beginning or neither. To have a little bit of fear of not knowing where you're going. Hey buddy, I know you probably smell my nuts, but I can't. That sounded terrible, but I no, you can't eat that. You can't eat that, pal. For trips like these, you want to come prepared. I, to a certain degree, did, but trying to reduce my own waste, particularly plastic waste. I've just bought my first piece of plastic because I needed coffee, and this is the first coffee I found. And on that note, that is probably the worst coffee I've ever had, and I didn't really need the breakfast burrito that I ordered, so I don't know why I did that. Just created trash for my comfort and addiction. So we're here, and this one, the Star Dune, is the 750 foot one, the highest dune in North America. It's windy out. Got the microphone going now. Hopefully that cuts down on the but if I switch to the, you can hear the wind. Or I can just turn it off. We have two peaks here. We've got High Dune and Star Dune. I think High Dune is over here and Star Dune is over here. But I'm not sure. What's kind of cool about Great Sand Dunes is that you can carve your own trail up these sand dunes. These the largest sand dunes in North America. You're supposed to follow the ridges, so they say, but you can go straight up. You can take your own path however you want to do it. But I'm reminded of a Star Wars quote. Who said that they hate sand? And that's why they hated their home planet. But back to planet Earth. Yes, strangely, this is planet Earth behind me. We'll see where we get. It doesn't really matter. We're just all having fun. Whew! This wind is no joke, and I'm not wearing the mask now because of COVID. I'm wearing the mask now because of the sand crunching in my mouth. No cutting the wind. The wind cuts you. That's the way things go. More metaphors. Well, they're not joking. This is not easy, but it's beautiful. What a beautiful day. And the sand is actually really nice. I put my shoes back on, but that was more because my feet were getting too exfoliated. It was a little rough. Come here in the spring. This is incredible. This is awesome. Lots of people doing the sandboarding thing. I'm trying to figure out which path to take. Carting my own course. Charting my own course. Woo! You can only hope for so much wind when you get here. Woo! But totally worth it. And kind of part of the fun is all this sand. And this is really cool, man, I gotta say. And it feels fantastic. I'm not really sure which dune I'm upon. I don't think it's either Star or High Dune. I think it's in between. I think maybe Star Dune or High Dune is over here. I might be on High Dune. I don't know. But I think High Dune is over there. And pretty sure that up there is Star Dune, the highest point, 750 feet. And it doesn't really matter because where I am is fantastic. Great Sand Dunes was cooler than I thought it was going to be. You have to earn it, you know. It's not hard if you're in shape, but it's not easy either. My shoes feel like they're a size smaller or 2 sizes smaller. My bag sounds like a, what are those things? A time, what are those things called? A sand timekeeper thingy. That's what my bag is like. It's all up in my nooks and crannies on my phone. My lens cap won't work now because it's jammed with sand. So I wouldn't want to see what my butt crack looks like right now. So history, are you ready? As we pass this giant solar array, woolly mammoths used to be here in the San Luis Valley. And older than that ago, the Sangre de Cristo mountains, they shot out of the earth, but that was like 26 million years ago. Found the UFO place. As my Airbnb host said, this is where the tourists go, and I am one of those. Why is that key there? Freaked me out for a second. And that guy keeps staring at me. Stop staring at me! So there are 2 vortexes here, apparently, next to this tower. One goes clockwise, one goes counterclockwise. And apparently there's been some alien activity around here. The Pentagon, twice in the last year, publicly recognized that there are UFOs, and they don't know what they are. Men in Black, they're here. Maybe I am one of the Men in Black. Yeah, that thing freaks me out. There is just one RV, a singular RV, at this campground near the alien spot. What's going on in that RV? That could be the entrance to the MIB spot. I mean, when you begin to speculate, maybe that is where the woolly mammoth god is, who convened with beings from outer space for several millennia perhaps, but now it seems like that is shut down. I did not feel the vortex. I did not see any aliens, though I was slightly scared by a little jiggly thing in the shadows. All these strange little places in the world, but this is supposed to be a very spiritual place where there is a Hindu temple and a Buddhist stupa and other kinds of things. Here's the fire engine, Moonlight Way. Okay, maybe I should pay attention to where I'm going. And here I am at the Crestone stupa, overlooking this valley. Perhaps with a bunch of the most hippie thing you could imagine. Meditative beat music by the stupa with hula hoops. And now moving on to the Ziegert. I'm familiar with the stupa, but I'm not familiar with the Ziegert. I think I'm saying that right. That's maybe the third Buddhist retreat center that I've seen. This is a place you could definitely get lost, figuratively and literally lost. The moon should be out tonight. We have a full moon. This now feels like a bit of a pilgrimage. Late in the day, just leaving my car behind. Not really sure exactly how far that is. The hour is magic, ladies and gentlemen. Ziggurat. It has an A at the end of it. Ziggurat. Which apparently is a type of building, spiritual building, temple type thing, built from ancient Mesopotamia, like where the Garden of Eden is. But built by the likes of like Nebuchadnezzar, even people who predate him, Babylonian stuff. Major ones still exist in Iraq, modern day Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia, this is a history fact that for some reason I remember. That Mesopotamia means between two rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. There's the stupa. You can see over there the great sand dunes.